Welcome to my first CES trip. For footage, I just focused on things that were easy, eye-catching candy that I could quickly talk over. But anyways, without further ado, this is what I saw at CES 2020. First off, we had 3D printers, and this was the easiest thing that I could possibly point my camera at just to get things started, because who doesn't like looking at objects being created right in front of their very own eyes? Anyways, there was quite a few of these. There was a couple printing metal, which were interesting, but for basic 3D printers, we had to start somewhere. Next off, we had this huge drone that records 8K footage and then live streams it down to any streaming software. I thought it was incredible. It was 8K and it was just an insanely robust platform. So I had to show that off to you guys. Next up, we have a little product and innovation from Delta Airlines, and it's basically this mech robo suit. It's some kind of Iron Man-esque thing that lets you lift and work on things that are a lot heavier that a single human normally couldn't do. So in the demonstration that they gave, they showed how you could pick up a 130-pound airplane tire and seat it onto the axle, which normally would take 4 to 5 people or something like that, and they're able to do it with the work of a single person. The suit looked like it took a long time to put on, so it's definitely not anywhere near being ready or ready for production. Then we saw this cool little painting robot, and I mean, it wasn't like that crazy, but for this video, I looked for things that were mostly eye candy, and this was pretty good looking for the camera at least, so definitely something better than I could ever paint. Next up, we have this inductive charging appliances where you can place anything without cables to completely eliminate the mess. And it's set up this kind of futuristic kitchen looking setup. And I thought that was really cool. You could just set it down on the inductive charging pad and then instantly have power. And then you can easily put the devices away. Then there was this really weird thing. It was called Neon, and basically these are not real people, but they generate these realistic looking humans that almost break the uncanny valley of what is truly human and what is not. And they're able to respond to different emotions, and it's kind of hard to capture in the video, but it's weird to think that these aren't just videos of people standing still, but in reality, they're humans that are reacting. You can see them do some facial expressions in the video. Right there, they're showing the alive, and they're shifting, getting upset, showing emotion. Next up, we had these fans, and they're like 3D holographic fans where you can put whatever design you want on them, and then the fan spins. So it's stupid marketing. Like any company could use them to spread advertising because it's eye catching. But in terms of something just to see, it doesn't look as good on camera. But trust me, in person, those are some very realistic 3D holograms. Then there was this iRing hook, and I like the idea of being able to have a hook on the back of your iPhone, and it basically furthers that concept and allows you to hook up that hook onto your car. And I was able to do it the first time, and then the second I tried to get it on video, I was struggling to make it work. So maybe if it's something I practiced, I could do, but it's not that flawless of a system. But it looks kind of cool, and maybe if they improve on it, we'll be seeing it in the future. Next up, we had this little 3D scanner type of device, and everyone's got the 3D printers, but then you need some way to generate the digital models and actually recreate things into the digital world. So that's where this scanner comes in. It flashes at you, and it flashes at the model, and as you can see on the screen, it's slowly generating a 3D model of this device slash table, I don't know what you want to call it, turntable with action figures on it in front of us. So I hadn't really seen one of those before, and I thought it looked really cool that it was generating the model accurately on the screen. Next up, we had these see-through TVs. I don't know if businesses are going to use them or if something for advertising. I don't see why anyone would want to watch a TV show on it, but I'd never seen like see-through TVs, and that was very cool. And then here they're showing them to simulate like a butterfly enclosure, but it's all fake. Next up, we got something that you can pay thousands of dollars for, I'm sure, but it just replicates all the features of Snapchat basically, except it shows you like real life makeup and like what it would look like on you. But as a male, I honestly did not really see the benefit of this when I could just open up the free Snapchat app on my phone. Anyways, I know everyone hates touching their blender, and the beauty of a touch-free blender means that you don't have to, and you can just spin your finger around to control the speed, and you can fully automate it without having to actually touch the blender itself. So I don't see why anyone would possibly need this, but the technology is there, so it's good to know. Next up, I know everyone hates having to clean their windows and it's a pain, and why not just have a robot that does everything for you so you can just sit on the couch and watch it get cleaned. And that concludes my CES 2020 coverage. For a first timer, I feel like I did a decent job seeing a lot of cool stuff, but I learned a lot of how I could capture it better for next year. So hopefully I'll be back next year with an even better video. If you guys enjoyed, hit that like button and have a good day.